Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today, check out some clips from my fun live I did with the team from Beebos Legends Podcast. I had so much fun at this live, so enjoy the clips, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna jump in first. Talking about the behind the scenes stuff, I wanted to know how many times have you been and seen the filming of the various different TV shows, and it's a two-parter. So, what was your favorite experience?
I've lost track. So yeah, I've started doing them about this time last year, and then my first time to Legends, I actually got to meet Katie lots on the first try, so that was pretty awesome. It was when she was directing, and it's like that scene. It's filmed in Vancouver's Chinatown, which you might know if you've been to Vancouver. And then it the area where I think it was the scene where at one point they ride the motorcycle through, and then so I just walked right up to her and got to talk to her and then take a selfie. It was really great. And then that was pretty awesome. And then but probably the best one was I went to the set of Supergirl. I went all the way to Coquitlam from downtown Vancouver, which is pretty far. That's a pretty good distance. And you know what I mean? So I know you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about when I'm saying the locations. It's okay. But yeah, it's like an hour drive. And then that was probably the best experience just because I had the day off. And then so I'm in my Supergirl costume because the best way to get noticed at these film sets is to wear a costume. That's why I got my White Canary costume now, so I'm set for both shows. And then then I actually ended up getting to meet Nicole Maines and Jesse Rapp. I don't know if you guys know who these people are. They're from Supergirl. I hope you guys watch Supergirl. So yeah, I got to meet them. I got a bunch of awesome photos. It was really cool. If you're wondering what scene it is, it's the scene from season 5, I think episode 10, where they were with the smoothies. I don't know if that rings any bell. And then there's all the doppelgangers. So yeah, it was that scene. And then so that was probably the favorite experience. So yeah, any more questions for me?
We just need to give Elias a minute. He's losing it because you got to meet Nicole Maines.
Yeah, she was really nice.
Okay, our merch, and we've got some really big ideas for live streams and things, which is a bit outside of our sort of comfort zone of what we've been working with. Usually we record an episode and then we edit the episode and then we release the episode, whereas recently we've been tinkering with just releasing them as they are, which gives us the freedom because a lot of people seem to really like the craziness. But we've got a whole bunch of stuff that we want to do with live episodes and things like that. But I don't really know how far we can take a podcast out with that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm always surprised, wow, we went from selling merch to this. What is your favorite part of making the podcast?
Definitely not the editing.
Oh, editing is hard.
Yeah, I have to listen to my voice for 4 to 5 hours.
That's actually my next question is, do you ever listen to yourself and how do you handle it?
Well, I do it while editing, so...
I know, right? I have to edit stuff too sometimes, and you just kind of have to, channel it out so bad. Just, come on.
Yeah.
I sometimes have to listen to the end of it, because we always promise to post stuff on social media, and I always forget what it is that we spoke about. My memory is so bad.
Same.
Does anyone remember what we did to this week? And no one ever can, so I always have to listen to the end so that I can get the information to put in. But I would say my favorite part about making the podcast is actually getting together once a week and just ripping at each other. It's never serious, it's always really funny, and
yeah,
we laugh so much.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Oh, Jesus Christ, the mustache episode.
Honestly, you could probably just fill one episode with you guys laughing.
Oh, we had to take out like a 15-minute bit or something out of a podcast or out of an episode once, where I just had trouble pronouncing hypothetical fights,
Oh my
and
god,
then we
actually.
start laughing at each other because the others couldn't keep it together and were anticipating my messing up. It
Oh.
was the worst.
That's the fun thing about live streams. Like, whatever happens just happens. But it's kind of nice because then you don't have that, like, same expectation to get it perfect. Like, you know, I play piano and, like, I struggle to record myself because just, like, then I feel, like, pressured to get it perfect. You know what I mean? Whereas when it's live or, like, a performance, like, I have no issue with performances because it's just, like, whatever happens in the moment happens, right? Like, yeah, that's just my opinion, though. I know people are totally opposite. So, anyways, any future plans for the podcast? Are you thinking of expanding, or just kind of like what is going on with that?
I'm looking at the Twitch.
Yeah, you guys, it might be actually a good idea to open the Instagram if you want to see what's going on. But if it weakens your Wi-Fi, I get it. That's also why I don't have my camera turned on too. It's just to help with connection. Yeah, that's enough people, I think. Hi, thank you for joining. So yeah, this is the team of Beebos Legends Podcast. And then just as we're waiting for people to join, do you guys just want to go around and like just share about yourself? Or like who you are, so my followers are like, who are these random strangers? So yeah, whichever one of you guys wants to go first, go ahead.
So I'm Carrie. I am part of the Beebos Legends podcast team. I came up with the idea and found myself a jolly good group of people to put it together with. I'm from Scotland, which is really fun, although some people think I'm from Ireland, which is just, but it's all good. So yeah, I'm Carrie. Hi.
Well, I'm Elias. I just saw Kari like talent scouting for this thing and just jumped on it. And I'm from Austria. And we sometimes get confused with Australia. That's weird.
Two very different places.
Yeah, you don't
We are.
want to know. You don't want to know how often I've got the question, oh, how many kangaroos have you seen? And I told someone I'm from Austria.
Australia kind of scares me. Like, everything below the equator, just like, even if you just look at like a scientific standpoint, is just like, it's bigger and scarier. Like, even in Hawaii, it's like that. Like, there was this big, huge snail, and it was huge. Like, we have nothing like that here. And there's like poisonous spiders and things. Anyways, next person.
Hey, I'm Nisi. I'm 20. I'm also from Austria, like Elias, and I jumped on the train of Beebos Legends podcast because of Elias, because he asked me, and I was like, sure, I'm in. And now I'm here.
That's awesome. It's really cool you guys are doing this. Yeah, so most of you guys, I think, who are watching know already who I am. I'm Vancouver-Girl. This all started, I had opened a Redbubble shop, and then I had just decided to slowly branch over. So I went, and then I started Twitch, and then I had my Instagram account. But yeah, I just slowly keep expanding and expanding. So yeah, and so just to start, we have some questions for you guys, just to help people get to know you better. So how long have you been working on the podcast for?
Just over 3 months, I think, right?
Wow, that's actually really good.
We released episode 12 this week. So, right about 3 months, sorry. Woo.
Yeah, and I mean, we only did work on it for about. It wasn't a full week before we released the first episode because we were too excited. So we just done it within the first couple of days, and we're like, bam, this is us.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a really good podcast, lots of fun laughing. Yeah, it's really great. I definitely recommend you check it out. And then anyways, so how did you all meet each other, especially because some of you live in different countries?
I think that's my story to tell because Nisi and me knew each other for 3 years now. We met through school, although we never went to the same school at the same time.
and she was the one to convince me to start Legends of Tomorrow. And when I did, I started to go on Instagram, and I saw a page called katie.lotsdaily, and I was like, who doesn't want to have daily pictures of Katie Lotz on their timeline, and followed it. Then me and Kari texted like unrelated stuff that was not related to Legends of Tomorrow for some time. And when she went talent scouting for the podcast, I was like, oh yeah, I'm in, and I also have a friend who might be, and I'm just gonna ask her real quick.
That's really awesome. I guess it's so interesting, like how I'm just meeting people online. Like I've also only had this account for like about 3 months. Like just since COVID happened, I started the Redbubble shop and then slowly branched over. And yeah, like that's how I met Kari. I just see Beebos Legends Podcast, and I'm like, okay, well this looks awesome. And then yeah, just from there, and then I like sent some posts, and then getting to know everyone on the team. Yeah, definitely recommend checking out the podcast.